She's quiet for a moment, and I can see her struggling to find the right words. I'm proud of you, but cut the butts and put your butt on the line to see if it's coddled or whipped. I stand up, my chair scraping against the floor. That's the difference between us, Monica. I don't wait for life to be fair. I make it fair.
Hey there, I'm Monica. I watch Alex close another sale from my desk, that easy charm of his working its magic as usual. He's always been the showroom star. His genuine love for cars shows in every presentation he gives. I can't deny his numbers are consistently at the top, but it still stings that the gap in our paychecks feels bigger than the gap in our performance. Great work on the new hybrid model, I call out as he walks past my desk, fresh from another successful sale. 3 years I've been here, learning everything I can about these cars, and while I hold my own on the sales floor, Alex's numbers always edge ahead. Thanks, hon. He drops a candy bar on my desk, our little tradition when either of us makes a sale. Wanna grab dinner on the way home? That new Thai place. Living together means sharing expenses, which lately just reminds me of our different pay grades. I try not to let it show, but some days it's harder than others. Maybe we should save the money, with the salary freeze and all. The morning's announcement from Clara, our new manager, still sits heavy in my stomach. 6 months without the promised review. 6 more months of this pay gap, even though we share the same job title and responsibilities. It's just a temporary freeze, Alex says, leaning against my desk with that easy confidence of his. The market's tough right now. I shuffle some paperwork, avoiding his eyes. Easy to be relaxed when you're the top seller. Just feels unfair, you know? We do the same job. Come on, Mon, he chuckles, but I catch the slight edge in his voice. He's heard this before. You know sales is all about numbers. And there it is, the truth I don't want to face. His numbers are better. Not dramatically, but consistently. Still, in my heart, I believe that doing the same job should mean the same base pay. These thoughts turn into private rants more often than I'd like, usually in the evening when we're home and my frustrations bubble over. The showroom bustles around us. Another customer walking in. Phones ringing. The gentle hum of activity. Alex heads off to greet the newcomer, leaving me with my thoughts. I watch him work, that natural enthusiasm of his drawing the customer in. It's not just his 5 years of experience that sets him apart, it's something else, something I'm still trying to match. Good evening, Monica speaking. I answer my phone's ring, pushing aside my brooding. Another potential client, another chance to prove myself. But even as I launch into my well-practiced pitch, part of me wonders if I'll ever catch up to Alex's level, if I'll ever feel like I'm not playing second fiddle in both our workplace and our relationship. The salary freeze isn't just about money, it's about feeling stuck, undervalued. When Alex talks about his sales, there's a passion there that I admire but can't quite match. Maybe that's what really bothers me, not just the pay gap, but the gap in how we're seen, how we perform. I glance at the sales board where our numbers are displayed. Alex's name sits at the top as usual. Mine's respectable, but not quite there. Still, in my mind, sharing the same responsibility should count for something. These thoughts simmer as I watch him work his magic with another customer, his genuine love for the job evident in every gesture. The drive home tonight is going to be another one of those where I bite my tongue, try not to start the same old argument. But with this new salary freeze, I'm not sure how long I can keep these frustrations to myself. Something's got to give.
Hey, Alex here. The new BMW M4 just rolled into the showroom, and man, what a beauty. Carbon fiber everywhere, those aggressive lines, and that engine, pure poetry. This isn't just a job for me. Every car that comes through those doors is a story waiting to be told. Monica says I get this glint in my eye when I talk about torque and handling. She's right. After 5 years, the passion hasn't faded one bit. The way this inline-6 engine delivers power. I'm walking a client through the specs, and I can see them catching my enthusiasm. This isn't about reciting numbers from a brochure. It's about sharing the thrill of what makes each car special. That's why I consistently lead the sales board. It's not just experience. It's genuine love for what I do. Later, over coffee in a break room, I hear Monica venting to Janet from accounting about the salary freeze. I get it. Nobody likes having their raise put on hold. But while she's focusing on the problem, I'm already working on a solution. You know what Clara's like with these little rants of yours. I try to tell Monica later, keeping my tone light. She needs numbers, not complaints. Show her what you can do. Monica gives me that look, the one that says I'm not taking her seriously. But I am. I just believe in actions over words. Which is why I've spent my lunch break this past week preparing a detailed performance report. Every sale, every customer satisfaction score, every upsell on additional features, all meticulously documented. Got a minute? I catch Clara after the morning meeting. She's new, but I've watched how she operates. Data-driven, appreciates initiative, no time for beating around the bush. Perfect. In her office, I lay out my case. I've consistently been the top performer for the past 3 years. Even with a management change, my numbers have stayed strong. I slide the report across her desk. Last quarter alone, I exceeded targets by 28%. Clara studies the graphs. I made sure they were clear and impactful. Impressive preparation, Alex. Most people would just wait out the freeze. That's not my style, I reply, then add the clincher. I understand the freeze is company policy, but top performers need incentives to stay top performers. She looks thoughtful, tapping her pen against the report. You know, you're the first person to come to me with actual data instead of complaints. When she offers a modest interim raise, I know it's as much for the initiative as the numbers. Keep this between us for now, she adds. I nod, already thinking about how to handle this at home. Monica's not going to love it. On the floor, I throw myself into another sale. The customer's eyeing a family SUV, worried about safety features. I don't just list the specs, I share stories about similar models I've sold, how other families have found peace of mind. It's genuine, it's personal, and it works. Another sale in the books. How do you do it? One of the newer guys asks as I file the paperwork. You make it look so easy. I think about Monica's frustrations, about how she sees this as just a job while I see it as my calling. Learn everything about what you're selling, I tell him. Not just the specs, the story behind each model, why people fall in love with certain features. Cars aren't just machines. They're dreams people invest in. The day winds down, and I spot Monica at her desk, that familiar crease between her eyebrows that means she's stewing about something. Probably the pay gap again. I love her, but these mini rants of hers are getting old. She's good at what she does, but she's missing the point. It's not about time served or gender or any of that. It's about performance, passion, and taking initiative. The keys to my demo car jingle in my pocket as I pack up. I've got news that's going to make waves at dinner, but I stand by what I've earned. In this business, results speak louder than anything else. If you want something, you don't wait for it to be handed to you. You build your case and go get it. That's what sets top performers apart. Not complaints, not excuses, just solid results and the initiative to make things happen. I head out to the parking lot. I practice how I'll break the news about the race. Monica might not like it, but maybe this will finally show her how it's done in the real world.
The drive home starts like any other day. Alex is behind the wheel of his treasured demo car, talking about some special edition that just arrived at the showroom. I'm half listening, my mind still on the stack of paperwork I need to finish tomorrow. Then he drops the bomb. So, I had a meeting with Clara today, he says casually, eyes on the road. Got myself a little interim raise. My first reaction surprises even me, pride. That's my boyfriend. Always making things happen. That's amazing, babe. I reach over to squeeze his arm. A raise during a freeze? That's impressive. The warmth of genuine happiness for him fills my chest. For about 30 seconds. Then the questions start creeping in. How did he manage that when there's supposed to be a freeze? Why him and not others? Why not me? I try to push these thoughts away, but they're persistent little devils. Clara must really value your contribution, I say, keeping my voice steady. And she should, he is our top performer after all. But something doesn't sit right. Is it just about performance? Could there be? No. I shake my head slightly. Clara's too professional for that kind of favoritism. Besides, she's been nothing but fair since taking over. The city slides past our windows as we head home. Street lights flicker on one by one, each one illuminating another question in my mind. Alex is humming along to the radio, completely at ease. Of course he is. He just got what he wanted. Again. Should we celebrate? He asks, glancing my way. We could order from that fancy Italian place you like. The suggestion is sweet, but it just reminds me that he can afford it more easily now. Maybe we should save the money, I mutter, then immediately regret the tone. This is his moment. He earned it. Why can't I just be happy for him? But the thoughts keep coming. Did he know something about getting around the freeze that he didn't share? We live together, share everything. Shouldn't he have given me a heads up about this possibility? The rational part of my brain knows I'm being unfair. He's always been more proactive, more passionate about the job. Still. You're quiet, he notes as we pull into our parking spot. Everything okay? Just thinking, I reply, gathering my bag. About how you got a raise while I'm still stuck. About how you'll probably use this as another example of taking initiative versus complaining. About how deep down I know you deserve it, but it still hurts. Our apartment building looms above us, familiar yet suddenly feeling like it's mocking me. We moved in together last year, split everything 50-50 despite the pay difference. Alex insisted. We're partners, he said then. Partners. The word echoes in my head as we climb the stairs. The evening stretches ahead of us, dinner, maybe some TV, our usual routine. But tonight feels different. The raise sits between us like an uninvited guest. I should be celebrating his success. Instead, I'm fighting an internal battle between genuine happiness for him and crushing disappointment in my own situation. In the elevator, I catch our reflection in the mirror. We look the same as always, the perfect couple, everyone at work says. But right now, all I see is the gap between us growing wider. He's moving forward while I'm standing still. The questions keep piling up. Should I talk to Clara too? But wouldn't that seem like I'm just copying Alex? Would it look desperate? Petty? Why didn't I think of doing this first? The thoughts swirl as I unlock our front door, the familiar scent of home doing nothing to settle my unease. I'm really proud of you, I manage to say as we step inside. And I am. That's what makes this so complicated. I'm genuinely happy for his success, but each of his steps forward makes me more aware of my own stagnation. I open my mouth to add more, to express this mix of pride and frustration, but stop myself. But after I'm proud of you would just sour his moment. Still, as I head to the kitchen to start dinner, I can't help wondering, will there ever be a moment like this for me? The sound of Alex opening a celebratory beer behind me feels like a full stop to my internal dialogue. Tonight is about his success. My questions, my doubts, my fears about falling behind. They'll have to wait. But they're not going away. They never do.
I can read Monica like a service manual, been able to for years. So when she starts pushing her pasta around the plate instead of eating it, I know what's coming. The lid's about to blow off this pressure cooker. So she starts, that dangerous quiet in her voice. How exactly did you manage to get a raise during a freeze? I take a slow sip of my beer. Here we go. I build a case, backed it with data, and ask for what I deserved. Simple as that. Simple as that, she echoes, her fork clattering against the plate. And you didn't think to mention this strategy to anyone else? I'm not running a career coaching service, Monica. I saw an opportunity and took it. But we live together. We're supposed to be partners. Her voice rises. You couldn't have given me a heads up. Something snaps inside me. 4 years of these little jabs about fairness, about equity, about how the world stacked against her. Enough is enough. Partners. I lean forward, my dinner forgotten. Partners share responsibilities, yeah, but they don't share achievements at workplace. I earned this. Me. With my numbers, my initiative, my passion for the job. It's not fair that. Fair. I cut her off, my voice hard. Let's talk about fair. Fair is getting paid based on performance, not participation trophies. Fair is earning more because you sell more. You want to know why I got the raise? Because while you're busy tallying up the ways life's unfair, I'm out there crushing targets. Her face flushes. This is exactly what I mean about men getting. Cut the feminist BS. The words explode out before I can stop them. You want to go there? Fine. Let's talk about industries where women make more than men. Modeling? Adult entertainment? But that's different, right? Because it suits your narrative. That's not fair. Not what? Not the same. I push my plate away, too fired up to eat. You know what's really not fair? The fact that I got you this job in the first place. Remember that? Or does that little detail not fit your victim story? Her eyes widen, hurt flashing across her face. Good. Sometimes the truth needs to sting. You're being a real ass right now, she says, her voice trembling. No, I'm being honest. I'm tired of this bullshit. Tired of the constant complaints. Tired of you turning every win into a debate about social justice. You want more money. Go earn it. Want equal pay? Show equal results. Want a raise during a freeze? Build a fucking case and ask for it. She's quiet for a moment, and I can see her struggling to find the right words. I'm proud of you, but cut the butts and put your butt on the line to see if it's coddled or whipped. I stand up, my chair scraping against the floor. That's the difference between us, Monica. I don't wait for life to be fair. I make it fair. The silence that follows is deafening. 4 years of dating, and this is the first time I've really let her have it. Maybe it's cruel, maybe it's harsh, but sometimes you need to rip off the Band-Aid. She stares at her plate, tears threatening to spill. Part of me wants to apologize to soften the blow. But I don't. Because this isn't about being nice, it's about being real. I'm going to take a shower, I announce, leaving my half-eaten dinner on the table. As I walk away, I add, when you're ready to stop complaining and start competing, let me know. Until then, don't expect me to apologize for succeeding. Harsh, maybe, but sometimes the truth comes with a bite. And as I head to the bathroom, leaving Monica alone with her thoughts, I know one thing for sure. Either this conversation changes things between us or it breaks us. Either way, I'm done walking on eggshells around her insecurities. Sometimes love means having the guts to say what needs to be said, even if it hurts. And tonight, I finally said it all.